The hero has been defeated. This is bad. Everyone fall back. Are you trying to get yourself killed? Run now. Why is he out here again? The man's story hasn't even started yet. I guess it won't matter as he slashes through his opponent in one fell swoop. When we get to know this, it's the world of Brave of Austriac, commonly known as Barris, an RPG where players take on the role of heroes, fight against foes, and even form special relationships. It was the game I loved most before I was reincarnated. That's right, I've been reincarnated into another world. I used to work at a black company, and the crushing workload led to my sudden death from overwork. Fortunately, I was reincarnated into the world of Barris, the game I love so much. Now, I live as a gatekeeper in the royal capital of Zelensky. As someone called out, "It's Modi Senpai." He says it's time for the shift change. Roger that, I reply. It's a shame I couldn't become the protagonist, but this isn't bad either. As a gatekeeper, I still get paid even if I stand around doing absolutely nothing. Compared to how busy I was in my previous life, this really is like heaven. Then I heard someone say, "All right, this sword is perfect for a young lady like you. I'll give you a discount." But the lady replies, "I'm not into swordsmen." It's Karen. No, it's Carol Orlando, one of the important characters who joins the party early in Barris. She's the character I support the most. Looks like he's head over heels for her. This is the Holy Sword, blessed with the protection of the Spirit King. Even beginners can easily become stronger with it, the shopkeeper says. Is that so? Carol responds. But the main character knows it's a lie. Don't be deceived, girl, I think. But that's also what makes you who you are. Carol is insanely cute. God, thank you for reincarnating me. Carol, someone says. It's Alan, yelling at the shopkeeper. You're selling a fake. This is the hero, the protagonist Alan of Barris. He's basically the player's avatar. Seeing him right in front of me like this, somehow, I feel kind of strange. With how things are going, I guess the protagonist level will end up being Carol. You gotta go gather medicine now, right? I'll escort you to Gate Castle, Alan says. The main character cries in agony, taking her name, while the shopkeeper says, "Hey, you there, don't take what that guy says seriously. How about I give you a discount?" This sword can make even an ordinary person a hero. Hearing this, I say, "No, as you can see, I'm just a regular gatekeeper. An ordinary sword is good enough for me. Sell the sword to someone else." Even the shopkeeper thinks, what a strange guy. The main character is not a hero, just a mob NPC character. Before I was reincarnated, while I was being cursed by work, my only joy was playing this game. Carol is my absolute favorite, but every character is charming. The story stops here. If it goes according to the scenario, Alan and his companions will save the world from the threat of the demon and bring peace. I want to witness that perfect scenario with my own eyes. But this is a dangerous world where demons attack humans. To survive, I have to become stronger. To achieve this, I decided to make use of my game knowledge from my previous life. My game style is to level up as much as possible in the early stages of RPGs, and then proceed with storyline efficiency. Using that knowledge, I've trained for years in places suitable for leveling up and raised my stats to the limits. However, I don't want to replace the protagonist. I'm a purist when it comes to the original story. I won't allow anyone to alter it, not even myself. Just watching them from afar is enough to satisfy me. Seeing the original story is really nice. What are you talking about? The gatekeeper Modi asks. I don't really get it, but more importantly, want to grab a drink after work? Of course, sounds great. A beer after work is the best, I reply. You sure are in high spirits. Good thing happens. Both of them laughed. Suddenly, someone yelled, "What's going on?" They looked inside, and it was a demon, a spider-looking demon. The gatekeeper was shocked, saying, "What? Why are there demons in the royal capital? The Day of the Wedge?" No, it's nothing. The Day of the Wedge is the event that happens 1 month before the main story of Barris begins. It's when demons, who normally don't form groups, unite and attack the kingdom. Although this event didn't cause any major damage and was resolved by the heroes easily, as other guard arrive, they're instructed, don't just stand there and space out. We'll have to hold them off until the heroes arrive. A level 1 demon. Huh? It's not really that strong, but it's not weak enough for ordinary soldiers to beat either. Defeating the demon would be easy, but I don't want to affect the scenario. As a gatekeeper, I'll just stall a bit. I hope the hero gets here soon. Take this, you monster. It looks like Modi got in and got slashed. Blood splattered. The main character asked, "Are you all right?" "It's just a scratch. Don't worry about it," Modi says. "Damn it. I can't let it escape." The main character thinks, "What do I do?" "Senpai, stay back." Why is he so fast? Somewhere in the forest, it looks like Carol is soaking her wet feet in the water. She says, "All right, I've finished gathering. I should join up with Alan and the others soon." In the bushes, some noise came as she asked, "Is someone there?" It's the main character running at a fast pace. Maybe I should have cut one of the legs of the demon, he thinks. He flinches for a second, seeing Carol there, and hides behind a tree, wondering why she's even here. He couldn't understand. Calm down. According to the scenario, Carol shouldn't die on the day of the wedge. But looking at her, she looks absolutely terrified. It's okay if it's according to the scenario, but when he sees she's about to get attacked, the main character couldn't hold back. "Carol, what have you done to her?" he yells, attacking with Teresa-style swordsmanship. He slashes the demon in half in one go. As Carol opened her eyes, she saw the sliced demon, smiled, and blushed, looking at him. "Are you all right? Any injuries? Does it hurt anywhere?" he asked. "Yeah, I'm Fine. What about you?" she replied. The main character thinks, "Damn it, I messed up." He says, "That's right. I'm just a gatekeeper." She didn't ask that. "Not your occupation, your name." "Tell me your name," she says with passion. The main character introduced himself, Silva. "Thank you, Silva," she says, blushing. Oh, so cute. From that day on, his life began to change dramatically. The mob soldier who became the strongest through game knowledge wants to hide his true strength. But can he? Back at the castle, he thinks, "Oh no, now I've made contact with Carol. I have my own circumstances." Wait, what? As he escapes the situation, he thinks, defeating a demon right in front of her might affect the scenario, but in that situation, there was no other choice. Modi called, "Hey, Silva," a direct servant from the capital of the First Holy Knight, says come to the Holy Knight headquarters immediately. Silva couldn't understand anything, but Modi says, "I don't know what you did, but I'll pick up your bones afterward." "Don't say such ominous things," Silva laughs. The First Holy Knight captain is known for being strict. Hopefully, it'll just end with a lecture at the Holy Knight headquarters. As his identity was confirmed, the guards escorted him to the right wing. Meeting her, he thinks, "I'd really like to avoid this if I can." A beautiful maiden in a knight's dress looked at the main character from the balcony. Her eyes twinkled, and she suddenly got excited, acting like Yes, Silva opened the door. She says, "Thank you for coming, Silva." This is the girl with mysterious silver hair, deep blue eyes like the oceans, and a top-class figure. This is Elda Sweet, the captain of the First Holy Knight Order, also one of the romantic characters in Barris. "May I ask what you need from me, Captain?" Silva says. She made a grumpy look. "Don't you get it? You're really slow on the uptake. For some reason, Elda knows my true abilities. I don't know how, but the fact that she called me here gives me a bad feeling." "You defeated a demon, didn't you?" she asks. Silva sweats, trying to brush it off. "What are you talking about?" "I'm talking about the incident from a few days ago. The corpse of a demon, torn to pieces, was found." "So what about it?" he asked. "The demon had traces of being killed by Koma Agami. Such a feat can only be accomplished by someone other than the hero, perhaps another knight commander. But they weren't at the scene. So who defeated the demon?" Silva still didn't get the provocation that it was related to him, but she says, "Why don't you just admit it already? A person with your kind of strength should serve the kingdom as a knight." Silva thinks, "If I admit it here, my peaceful days will be over," and retaliates. "You said except for the hero, right? In that case, wouldn't the hero be the one who defeated it?" "You're so naive," Elda says. "The hero is obligated to report their achievements to the kingdom. But for that spider demon, the identity of the slayer is unknown. It's about time you give up and quietly join the Knight's Order." "I won't accept it," Silva says. "You still won't accept?" She was in quite a predicament. There's clearly no evidence, is there? She became thoughtful. Why do you refuse to join the order so much? You'd get higher wages than a soldier, and the benefits from the country would increase. But I'd have to work on missions with a hero, right? Silva says, yeah, your role is to support the hero and protect the kingdom. Is that something you don't like? Getting close to the protagonist. Silva Muters. Protagonist? What's that? Elda asks. No, nothing, it's nothing, Silva says. I've decided I still don't intend to become a knight. I see. That's very unfortunate. In that case, I can't afford to be picky with my methods either. She suddenly took out a registration form from her bosom. No way, I don't remember signing something like that. Silva says, in a predicament. If you're a knight of the First Holy Knight, you won't be blamed for forging something like this, she says. I never thought you'd go so far. Just kidding. I can't force someone to join against their will. She threw the registration form toward him. In exchange for giving up recruiting you, I want to ask one favor. Who is this person? Silva Wonders. This guy is an applicant for the upcoming Knight Order entrance exam, Grazie Obadiah. I want to stop him from joining at any cost. His family is a well-known noble house, isn't it? Yeah, is he their son? Well, yes, but this guy is a complete comeback. We can't simply fail him outright, as he's a noble. There's a chance pressure will come from above. That's where you come in. In a mock battle of the entrance exam, I want you to face Grazio and completely overwhelm him to the point where everyone agrees he's lacking in abilities. Silva thinks, basically, I'm the one who's supposed to sabotage him. He says, understood. In exchange, once I do this, you're really giving up trying to recruit me into the Knight Order, right? Of course, she says. I'm counting on you. As he leaves the Knight Order castle, he sighs, thinking, I've been given a troublesome task. Grazio is a character who doesn't appear in the main story, but since it involves the Knight Order from the original work, if I act carelessly, it might affect the scenario. Since he doesn't appear in the main story, everything about him is unpredictable. I need to gather information and minimize contact with the main characters. I'll never make that kind of mistake again in my life. Someone taps him from behind. It's none other than Carol, calling his name with a hint of a blush. Silva. He freaks out, looking at her. Right after I said that, I ran into Carol. Am I someone you shouldn't be meeting? No, that's not it. In fact, I'm very happy to meet you, she says. The day after you saved me, you ran away, didn't you? I've been looking for you ever since. Well, that was because of some circumstances, you know. I'm really sorry for leaving without saying anything. He says, I see. Come to think of it, why does Silva know my name? He freaks out again. Well, when I was assigned to guard the social gathering, I happened to look at the list of participants. Is that so? She says. He thinks I lied, and now I feel guilty. I understand, but you don't need to be so formal. There's no need for honorifics, she says. No, it's not that simple, he replies. She gives a grumpy look, and with blushing faces, he says, I understand, right? I want to thank you, Silva. Thank me? I just did what any soldier would do. Still, I want to thank you, she says. I'll help you with anything, even if it's work. He thinks, scenario or not, it's the duty of a fan to fulfill their favorite's wishes. He says, I plan to do some inquiries after this. Would you join me for that? In Sarisha, the royal capital's entertainment district, the Badai family is one of the most prominent noble houses in the country. They made enormous donations to the royal family and gained the highest status. However, there are many bad rumors about them. Stories say they're involved in human trafficking and illegal drug trade. It was easy to obtain sightings from someone that infamous that we observe Carol hiding behind the main character as they walk together. According to the witness report, it should be around here. Silva, she says, looking toward the Love Hotels, blushing. What is it, Carol? Were you planning to take me? He freaks out, saying, it's a misunderstanding. She jokes, just kidding. I hope you find that person, Grazio. Was it soon? Grazio is said to be a drunken idiot every night in this entertainment district, using his parents' money. Is he even here? We didn't know he's in the district, but maybe we came a little too early. His stomach growls. It's embarrassing in front of my favorite character. Sorry, do you mind if we grab something to eat, Carol? Yeah, actually I'm starving too. All right, let's go to a place that smells good over there. I got a nice aroma. I want to check it out. As we observe her eating a burger, she looks amazing. Silva thinks, I saw it in the settings, but this is surprising that a noble likes hamburgers. The filling always ends up like this. It makes me so sad, she says. Well, it can't be helped, Carol. Your mouth and hands are so small, he replies. But I don't really mind eating just the buns. I see. So Carol always eats hamburgers like this. This is too cute, he thinks. I'm getting so many of my favorite character moments that I'm feeling like I'm going to faint. As they finish eating, they say, where should we search next? It's already late. The entertainment district is dangerous. So from now on, I have to go alone. Someone barges in, saying, is the second floor seat available? This guy, the other day, also made a fuss about slow food and threw a glass. He's the one who was forcefully hitting on girls. It's fully booked right now, so no seats available. This is the arrival of Lord Grazy Obadiah. It looks like another scum noble. Don't mess with me. There are no seats available? Make some. You know whose father owns this place. Silva, isn't that the person? Carol whispers. Seems like this comeback matches the rumors. Grazio is standing above a little girl, saying, damn it, totally useless. Fine, whatever, I'll go to another shop. His eyes fall on Carol. Oh my, could it be the person there is Lady Carol Orlando? It looks like he's hitting on the female lead in front of the main character. She says, have we met somewhere before? Hey, don't be so cold. We met at the social gathering the other day, didn't we? She thinks about it and says, I don't remember you. You don't remember me? If you say you don't remember from now on, I'll make sure you remember me plenty. It looks like another heavy moment where the characters are about to get beaten up.